It's Game 7 between the defending champion Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and both teams have a record of 64 wins and 29 losses heading into this game. Anthony Edwards pulled off a Jordan-esque pull-up to start the game, but both teams struggled to score points. The first quarter was low scoring, with the score at 24-19, giving the defending champion Denver Nuggets a 5-point lead. Jamal Murray seemed determined to make a comeback, with 10 attempts and 13 points in the first 12 minutes of the game. In the second quarter, the Minnesota Timberwolves got stuck at 19 points for nearly 5 minutes, allowing the Denver Nuggets to surge into double digits lead. It was evident that the Timberwolves struggled to score, with Anthony Edwards notably quiet against Christian Bruin's tight defense. Although Nikola Jokic was also relatively quiet, his stats were monstrous in the first 2 quarters. The first half ended with the defending champion Denver Nuggets holding a 15-point lead, with Jamal Murray scoring 24 points and Nikola Jokic contributing 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves only managed 4 points and 1 assist on 1 of 7, shooting from the field, showing his struggle against the defense of Christian Bruin and Aaron Gordon. In the third quarter, the Denver Nuggets struggled to score for the first 6 minutes of the game, while Anthony Edwards started to shine. The Minnesota Timberwolves made a 21-2 run, cutting the lead to just 2 points. By the end of the third quarter, the Denver Nuggets were only ahead by 1 point, courtesy of Anthony Edwards' three-pointer. In the fourth quarter, both teams exchanged points, but it seems Jokic and Murray were already tired, while Nash Reed made a solid impact from the bench for Minnesota. In the end, the Minnesota Timberwolves secured the win, defeating the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Leading the way were Karl-Anthony Towns with 23 points and 11 rebounds, McDaniels with 21 points, and Anthony Edwards with 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Due to this victory by the Minnesota Timberwolves, the showdown between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals is set. In this game, the Minnesota Timberwolves are heavy favorites, as expected, because they defeated the defending champion Denver Nuggets, and they also have the home court advantage. According to some analysts, this series will be easier for Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves compared to the previous one. Despite being seen as underdogs by many, the Dallas Mavericks have a scoring duo that can explode at any time and tally a combined 60, 70, or 80 points in a game. When LUKA heats up, defense becomes irrelevant, as he is sure to score points, and the same goes for Kyrie Irving, who, once he finds his rhythm, can sink his shots. The matchup that most people are looking forward to here is the showdown between Anthony Edwards and Luka Doncic. Many are comparing Anthony Edwards to Michael Jordan, while Luka Doncic is seen as a modernized Larry Bird. It seems like the upcoming battle between these two could be a modern version of Michael Jordan versus Larry Bird, with both players being young, possessing elite talents, and potentially becoming the next face of the league. In this matchup, we'll also find out who truly is the new face of the NBA.